All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is King of Cards Tarot Readings. We have a general collective reading today, and you know, same old, same old. I look for the good. If I don't see good, I try to find where we could find good. So, my flash reading of this is basically you got to reset the stage before you set the stage. And sometimes you got to reset the stage before you even plan the setting of the stage. Depends on how much planning you've done for the next production during or before the current/previous production. But either way, there needs to be a break, or certain things can or will continue. So I'll just get into it. We'll see how far we can go. So for our main issue, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Now, Ace of Swords is the root of air energy, which often is identified with thought, sometimes vision or light. Now, this in reverse is mainly giving me, again, this sense of break away from thought, vision. Don't try to see what's coming next. Don't think about what you want next. Yes, all of that's present, but right now, let go of that for a second, for a sustained second, if you can. I mean, what more can I say than that, right? For what is on the way, because there are things on the way, already in transit, but also for those things which have yet to be summoned, a space is needed. We're all of us, my beautiful collective, we're all still stuck in a lot of past tense stuff. Am I wrong? Where's the lie? If any of you are not in your head, or probably more likely in your own life, wow, sorry. Usually I yawn, but here I am coughing. Oh, here comes the yawn. How many of us are not caught up in past tense things? People, places. And if that is what you want, to stay connected to the past, who knows? Maybe, probably those of you who try to cling will have a forced blank space inserted, either from your person or from the ecology you're involved in. I don't want to manifest that for anybody, but even if you want to stay connected to what's in your past, take a weekend, you know? Take a little breather. If you're not meditating, this is a gentle reminder. Meditate, drink water, sleep. Those three things alone will support whatever choices you want to make. So, yeah, Ace of Swords in reverse. We need to take a break. And that might not be a full break, it might be a 30-second sit down, close your eyes, breathe as many breaths as you can, or breathe one slow, long breath. Okay. For our right hand opposal, which is our supportive influence, our future situation, or a choice that we can make. We have 10 of Swords, which is called Ruin. Now, my experience with this card is that it represents something taken to the end, to its final, fully squeezed toothpaste tube. Is there some toothpaste left in there? Yes. Can you get it out by squeezing? No. If you want it, you know what you have to do. You have to cut the bottle open, and you have to scrape it out. Oh, y'all never done that? You never cut open a toothpaste bottle to scrape out the last bit? It's all good. But then at that point, whichever point you stop and decide you can't get any more, the object becomes useless. What are you going to do with that bottle that's all squeezed out? You going to save it? You going to throw it away? Once you've cut it open and scraped it out, you don't need it. Here come the yawns. So yeah, basically what I'm seeing here is, for those of you that are finishing up, I'll use metaphors in a weird way, and I'm sorry for that, but you're finishing up the production. Sunday's the last show. After Sunday, the show's over. You don't need to practice that show anymore. You could still run through numbers, but there's an end coming. But it's not a bad end. It's not, well, we'll see. We'll get to that. It's not de facto bad. It's just the end of the road. It's the cardboard of the paper roll. The paper's gone. The paper's going. The paper has an amount. And when it's done, it's done. Now, running out of toilet paper on the roll doesn't mean, oh, there's no toilet paper anymore. That's it. It's a point of renewal. And that's the whole point of this reading, as far as I can tell from my flash look. You got to prepare for renewal. You got to remove that old roll to put the new roll on appropriately. Sure, you could just use the roll loose, but at that point, you've got an empty, spent roll and a roll in use, taking up more space than either of them need. And I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not one of those place for everything in its place people. But I think there's a place for that. And in the places in my life where I see that, I'm tyrannical. So, sorry. I try to keep it under my wing, though, inside the vest, close to the chest. Trying to think of an example where I do that. It doesn't matter. Y'all know. You get it. You get the vibe. So, we have this ruin, this ended thing that mayhaps could be replenished if need be. If not, then the point is something else is appointed, important. Okay, so let's look at the other side of the spectrum. So for our left-hand opposal, we have, or our past situation, our contrary influence, we have adjustment in reverse. So it's interesting. Adjustment's been coming up a lot for these general readings. I mean, I've only been doing it for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. But yeah, adjustment in reverse is telling me something has changed already. And that's why taking this moment to breathe will help you see that it's worth clearing the past, whether or not you move forward. So, this thing that has changed, maybe you can reapproach it. Some of you will. But you reapproach it. You don't stay at it. You come and make another pass. But let's stay on the left opposal. So, something has changed. The situation isn't what it was. And that's the past tense. It's already changed. It's not like, oh, change is happening. No, you've seen the change occur. I mean, this is a pretty simple reading, honestly. I always want to give you more. I'm going to try to. But yeah. Something changed. And focusing on what changed doesn't even let you return to the point before the change. However, I think that if you give yourself time, some space, a break, you may be able to reapproach that thing. And that's the positive side of this ruin. It's like you don't stay at ruin unless you don't clear the slate. Ruin is the end of a process. It's like adjustment. You can't stay balanced on the side of the coin. It will fall, heads or tails. But that third side of the coin is always present. And it's important to not forget the edge. It's not a binary. It's not what it was and what it is. There was a change. And that's, I guess, what this card is trying to show you. Show us, my beautiful collective. What changed? What was the mechanism of the flip? I think for some of you, it was an argument or a disagreement. For some of you, somebody found something about you that they didn't like, and they decided to change the way they interact with you. That's too bad. Sorry. So yeah, the spectrum between adjustment in reverse and ruin is showing me that what lies ahead for you is scary because you don't want to see the end. But what's in the past doesn't hold anything for you. And in a sense, like if you used the toothpaste, it had a purpose. If you used the toilet paper, it served its function. And that function is really what's important to focus on here. And that's this adjustment. That's the tip. So you want to do that thing again. You want to brush your teeth again. You want to have toilet paper when you go to the bathroom. So before you need to do the thing again, you should clear the stage and reset it in order for future usages. Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward reading. I can try and pick up on some stuff for everybody. So yeah, some of you there was an argument. For some of you, somebody found something out, whether or not there was an argument. For some of you, there was. For some of you, they didn't tell you what they found out. They just changed. For some of you, it's a physical change. Like somebody moved away, or you moved away. But yeah, basically, this Ace of Swords in reverse is saying don't focus on the past. Don't worry about the future. Like, as much as I'm telling you, you gotta change this toilet paper roll, change this toothpaste bottle. Is that what we call it? A bottle? Tube? Interesting. The toothpaste is in a tube, and the toilet paper is on a tube. I wonder what that's about. Well, regardless, sorry. Yeah, don't focus on those things, but be aware that that is why you're being asked or offered an opportunity to be empty before. So maybe, okay, I see. So the toothpaste isn't empty yet. There's still a little bit of toilet paper on the roll, and this is part of why you're having so much trouble clearing it. Now I see. Okay, that makes way more sense. So yeah, there's like a few sheets of toilet paper, or there's like just enough toothpaste that you get some out, but it's like you get less and less each time, and it's harder and harder to get some. So, what it's saying is whether you use the last of it and maximize efficiency, or whether you just let go what's left, the signs are all pointing towards this one's done. So, yeah, for some of you, I'm getting a long distance relationship. For some of you, I'm getting an ex partner that's like still talking to you, but they're just like, they're like the toilet paper or the tissue roll. They're like present, but they're really just holding that space for the new thing. And you're like, well, there's still some left here I can get out. And it's like, what's the point? Like, why squeeze it? I mean, if you really want to, then squeeze it. Go for the squeeze. But that is leading you to the same place that just replacing it is. And that's new. Something new. Or at least it's leading you to the place where something new can come. It's not going to force you. Those are separate things. And that's really what I said in the last reading is we're going to try and figure out what's coming forward for you. And so this reading is telling us that, yeah, It's not asking you to reinvest in the current situation. It's not telling you there's a problem you can fix or there's something hidden behind a veil. It's like this thing is over. If it's a production and there's a Sunday show left, then yeah, milk it. Get everything from Sunday you can. You don't have to cancel the Sunday show just because it's the last show. So if there's a person or if it's a job, you're at 2 weeks left, you don't got to give up now. That's not what this is saying. It's not saying clear the stage immediately or you'll never be able to have a show again. It's saying be aware this is wrapping up. It's already doing its thing. So get ready for that break. Or if you're already in the break, if the Sunday show passed, take a sec. Experience the break. You don't always get that. But it comes back around. Okay, so let's see here. For our deck top card reflecting the spectrum, we have Two of Wands, which is called Dominion. Yeah. For me, Dominion is about like the reach of your sword or just your reach in general. Like if something's beyond your reach, there's no point in striking at it or reaching for it because it's out of the span. So be aware of what's within your reach. Be aware how far your weapon extends and place yourself in position before you make your move. Yeah, ready yourself. Be ready for what's coming. Like, this is the time to be ready for what's coming. So, yeah. Like, if you have one roll of toilet paper left, and that's why you're milking this last one, go to the store and buy more toilet paper. Go to the store, buy more toothpaste. Re-up. Be ready. If it's out of your reach, then don't worry about it. If you can't afford a new house, don't worry about any house but yours. Yeah. Whatever it is that is within your span of influence, that's what is needing your attention when you return from this break, when you engage again. Let's see here. What am I getting for my collective? It's pretty straightforward. I always want to give you more, but I don't like to project too much. If something doesn't come forward for me, I try to let my examples pick up on psychic data from the collective. But yeah, this is really just saying whatever it is, it's not what's important. What's important is that you take a break, let it play out, and then keep your focus on what's within your grasp. Because that'll catapult you to other things. That'll cumulatively add up. It'll accumulate whatever you work on. Yeah, stock up. If it's something you use but you don't have it, buy it. That's worth it. If you use it, like, if you don't use it, don't worry about it. But, like, if you burn a lot of incense and you've run out, order some. Go to the shop. Pick some up. Yeah, you got this. All right. I guess thanks everybody for showing up for another general collective reading. These messages are timeless, and so whenever you come to this, it's going to be the right time for you to hear this. And yeah, listen to these often and in different order. You know, again, nobody is watching these as they're released yet, so I don't have to worry about that aspect so much. But once people are caught up to it, if it ever happens, there's a tendency to only watch like the current message, but don't do that. I mean, do that. Watch the messages, hit the notification bell. I'll say it again. But jump around and watch messages out of order. Get your own get your own snapshots timelessly of where you're at, and it will add up for you. Trust me. The timelines are interwoven, and we are all cascading. So, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when a new message drops. This has been King of Cards Tarot Readings. Everybody stay safe out there. See you real soon.